Hello, hello, everybody. Wow, how nice to have you out here with us tonight. Today is August 1st. So, the moon is in the sign of Aquarius. And so, we're going to talk about that in a little bit. My name is Dr. Debbie Roche. I'm the Associate Minister over at Unity of Gulfport, also known as New Thought Community of Gulfport. We put on gatherings like this, and then we do a lot of things like workshops and gatherings. Yay, Donna! Good to see you. I'm so happy to see everybody. It's so exciting. This is one of my most favorite things about this moon gathering is that so many of my favorite people come and I make new friends, and I love when we're all together and our hearts are open under the sky. And so I'm super grateful to be here. We're going to be doing some intention setting. So if you didn't get a little baggie, I'm not sure where the little baggies went. Let's see. Who was delivering them? Ophelia, are there a couple left?
They're back in here, yeah.
Okay, great. So if you could bring those over. Wonderful. Oh, so good to see you. Wonderful. The sun is going down earlier and earlier. So at the end of the month, we're going to shift the time a little bit. And so, yay. Okay, so we have to get the feather back. Okay, so there we go. So special thank you to all of my helpers and all the people that are contributing to the gathering tonight. It means a lot to me. Couldn't do it without you guys. And also there's an email list going around. So if you're not on our email list, we would love to have you as a part of our email list to announce gatherings like this and other things that we do. And so that should be coming around shortly. And so let's begin. All right, so do we have any Aquarius people in the audience? All right, so this moon, woo! All right, this moon is for you. So the moon is in the sign of Aquarius, and the sun is in the sign of Leo. Do we have any Leos in the audience? Oh, that's cool. I always say, I'm a Pisces, and I always say in my next life, if I'm coming back as a Leo. Because I always see them as really strong and non-emotional. But so this sign, the sun and the sign of Leo merged with the energy of the moon in Aquarius really puts us kind of in a unique type of energy. And so it's a time of really embracing our uniqueness, our individuality, and really stepping up. And rather than seeing ourselves as maybe weird or one of the oddballs, really embracing our uniqueness and expressing ourselves and really having the courage to do that. And so Leo energy is all about shining out. I don't know if you know any Leos. I know a couple Leos. And they're all about like stepping out and being seen, which I always so admire. And so that energy is really all about embracing the courage to really step up and be seen, but the action of really doing it, not just thinking about it. And so this energy right now is really, really supportive of expressing ourselves maybe in our projects or our writing or in our communication or whatever it might be, to really express our unique hearts and really be brave enough to do that. I'm a big believer that if the more authentic we are, then that's when we're able to attract the right people into our lives that can love us the way we're meant to be loved. And so Leo energy is all about putting ourselves out there without concern of what people think. Because I always see that a little bit when people, I know for me in the past, that's held me back a little bit, is fear. But this energy is really conducive to the action of expression and really being seen. And so the moon in the sign of Aquarius is ruled by the planet Saturn, and it's also about expressing our original thoughts and ideas. And also the urge to establish ourselves in our uniqueness. So Aquarius energy is a little bit more heady than, certainly Pisces. But it comes with a cerebral kind of energy to it. And so this can be really helpful. We're going to kind of tie that into one of our intention settings. And so it is also happening during Venus retrograde. And what that basically means is Venus is all about relationships and our interactions within them. So if you've been walking, this is also a super moon, which means that the moon is closest to the earth during this time. And so if you have been feeling a lot the last couple weeks. I know I have. I've been like, whoa, this is not a fun time period. Lots of emotion, like intensity. The supermoon is all about intensity. So if you've been feeling a lot, if you've been doing a lot of reflection around maybe past loves or your position within your community or whatever it is, know that this energy is bringing that. And so, since Aquarius energy is a little bit more cerebral and thinking, there can be a little bit of a tendency to overthink a little bit. So if you find yourself a little bit in that doubt energy, or if you've been trying to manifest something that isn't quite coming as fast as you would like it to, and you're starting to doubt if it's really yours to do, know that it's just the energy of the month, and don't give it any credence. Just kind of say, okay, I'm not going to get stuck in my thoughts here, but I'm just going to know it's kind of the energy of this intensity is to overthink and doubt. And so it's also the harvest moon. So back in the day, there was an extension of the day, and the moon would come up right after the sun would set, and then the Native Americans would go and gather. And so this is also a time period about reflecting what we're manifesting in our lives, and our abundance and our blessings. And really, from an Aquarius perspective, that head perspective, really getting clear about, is what we're manifesting is what we really want in our lives. And so this is a time of reflection, a time of really getting clear about what our values are, what we truly want in our lives, what brings us joy and happiness in our hearts, and if our actions and focus and intentions are in alignment with those things. And so it's a time of clarity and getting clear. And so if things are coming up in terms of anything relationship wise or anything, like I said, overthinking wise, just relax around it. That some good things possibly to do are to talk things out or to write things down or journal. Journaling often allows that cerebral energy to kind of flow through our hearts and our minds and to express outward as we process and get clear. And so I hope, wow, it's so nice to have everybody out here in this area, or among all of us. Let's see what else. Also, Aquarian. So the other side of the Aquarian energy is that more cerebral kind of perspective allows our emotions and our hearts to kind of settle down a little bit. And so this is a time of kind of, it's an ideal time to clear emotional energy. It's also an awesome time to not get caught up in the emotions, but also any psychic debris. I know I spin a little bit about different things, but that heady energy can be so useful in seeing things from a mind perspective rather than an emotional perspective. So for those of you that are Pisces or signs that get caught in the emotion, this is a great time to shift more to a headspace in your perspective and your approach rather than kind of getting churned up in the emotion. And so anyway, so great to see everyone. In your little bag is the little square, our lyrics to our song. And I want it to be a sing-along. It's for those of you that know me, I love intuition. I lead my life by intuition, and it's been such a gift in my life. And so a friend of mine actually sent me this song, and it's a cute little song. It's only a few lines, and I better get my lyric sheet myself because when I get up here, I get nervous and I miss my words sometimes when I'm singing. But that lyrics, those lyrics are really powerful, and I just want to touch base. Sound that I always get myself in trouble somewhere along the way. And so this song is really about living from an awareness of our intuition and honoring it and allowing it to guide us step by step. And so the theme of this moon gathering is power. And I'm a big believer that if we're able to get really clear in terms of connecting to our intuition and not getting caught up in the scraggles of our brain sometimes. If we're able to really hear what we're really meant to do here, then we're able to step up with courage and embrace what it is that's ours to do. And so that's the tie-in with the idea of power. And so Dee is going to be on the drum. So super grateful for the and so it's kind of a chant. So we're maybe going to do it for like 3 minutes or so. Feel free to sing with me or not. You're welcome to just chill out. Dee is the awesome drum. We're not going to play any music with this. So let me grab my own. This is a great song on YouTube, and so it's one of those things I love to put on when I'm in the car or wanting to feel a little bit extra spiritually connected. So it's on YouTube. It's a very simple song, and so feel free to sing with me. I wanted us to get us all singing together. Okay, you ready? All right. You don't have to know the way knows the way. You don't have to plan the way, trust the way, feel your way. The way knows, the way knows, the way knows the way. You don't have to know the way knows the way. Feel free to drum if you have one. You don't have to plan the way, trust the way, feel the way knows, the way knows, the way knows the way. You don't have to know the way knows the way. You don't have to plan the way, trust the way, feel your way. The way knows, the way knows, the way knows the way. Feel free to grab a drum. You don't have to know the way knows the way. You don't have to plan the way, trust the way, feel your way. The way knows, the way knows, the way knows the way. You don't have to know the way knows the way. You don't have to plan the way, trust the way, feel your way. The way knows, the way knows, the way knows the way. You don't have to know the way knows the way. You don't have to plan the way, trust the way, feel your way. The way knows, the way knows, the way knows the way. You don't have to know the way knows the way. You don't have to plan the way, trust the way, feel the way. The way knows, the way knows, the way knows the way. 2 more times. You don't have to know the way knows the way. You don't have to plan the way, trust the way, feel your way. The way knows, the way knows, the way knows the way. You don't have to know the way knows the way. You don't have to plan the way, trust the way, feel your way, the way knows, the way knows, the way knows the way. Yay! Thanks for singing with my intuitive song. All right, so Pamela, we're going to have you come up. I love Pamela's meditations because it makes me think of the heartbeat. And I have such a sacred relationship to the heart.
So bells are known for bringing us into the present moment. And we're also in a very sacred time right now. The Lionsgate portal is open. And so this evening, I'm going to invite you to go within, beginning with a deep breath, inhaling through the nose to a count of 4, pausing for a count of 4, exhaling for a count of 4. Just do a few rounds of that and begin to tune within as we come present into this beautiful moment together with the energy of the full moon. Yes, there is power and there is also balance. And I invite you now, as you breathe and be on this beautiful sand by the undulating sea, to remember that you are free to choose how you wish to be in this moment. And as we breathe and be, I invite you to place your hand on your heart, or imagine that you put your fingers or your palm somewhere where you can feel the beating of your own heart. And for those who don't have a drum with them when we play later, remember that we carry a drum with us wherever we go. It's the beat of our heart, the rhythm of our breath, kindness and compassion we manifest together under the power of the moon so bright, knowing within that things are better than all right. And I invite you to call in the color indigo blue. And as you breathe, send your breath through your third eye, located on your forehead between your brows, and be willing to see with new eyes, new breath, new heartbeats, new beginnings. An intricate web of ease and grace. Together we are spinning a new earth, new union, new harmony in sight, knowing that no matter what, everything's better than all right. And I invite you now to go within, and if there's anything you'd like to release on this full moon, a person, a place, an experience, a pain, a place of resistance, breathe into that place. And if you feel called Place Your Hand on That Part of Your Body that Resonates with what you'd like to release with breath and sound. And as you breathe and be, I'm going to pick up my drum. She's a buffalo drum, a Native American buffalo drum made in ceremony. Her name is Spirit Love. And I'm going to call in the directions as we breathe and be with deep reflection of the all that is. I call in the where the sun rises at the dawn of day. Golden eagle soaring, I spread my wings and fly away. I call in the south, green turtle walking after a rainstorm on the fertile earth, clouding new ideas and possibilities. I call in the west, brown bear walking, taking coral colored light. I feel your warm embrace as the sun sets through the makeup path. I walk today. I call in the north, snowy white owl wisdom, chill pause in silence while I listen to my soul. I call in above, grandfather sky, grandmother moon, celestial stars that shine. I call in below, Mother Earth, rock me now like a newborn babe. I call in my heart, open up my precious, precious, precious heart. I love you so much. I love you, love you, love you, love you so much. And as we breathe together, as the moon rises and the sun sets, I invite you to be courageous, to hold the space within where everything is possible. And find that place and hold this open space of possibility. What do you want to be? Do you remember who you are? Grains of Mother Earth and particles of stars. Look within and see the brilliance that is you. Be brave to live with an open heart, loving me and loving you, one by one, and two by two. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey yo. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey yo. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey yo. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey yo. Mother, listen to your heartbeat. And as we return to the earth by the sea, sitting in the light that is becoming dark, remember that each of us is a radiant work of art. And where we end, we start to be renewed one by one and two by two. And as you hold the space of your intentions, every moment is a new chance to call in new direction. Listen, listen to the voice that speaks within. Surrender to your heartbeat and let ease and grace in. Slowly and gently come back into the body. And I invite you, as you come back into the space, into your physical body, into your emotional body, into your spiritual body, and into your etheric body. And as you breathe and be, on the next exhale, I invite you to release all that does not serve you and release with sound. Inhale deeply and exhale with sound. Wow. And on the next exhale, I invite you to be really, really silly with me. And when we exhale, we're going to stick out our tongues and roar like a lion. Inhale deeply. Be courageous. Love's contagious on this miracle oasis. Inhale deeply and call in an aroma from nature that lifts your spirit, like the smell of the ozone in the air before or after a rainstorm, a fragrant flower in bloom. And when you have an aroma that lights you up, even if it's just a little bit, bring your palms together at the heart center in prayer pose and begin rubbing them briskly like you're making an old-fashioned campfire with a stick. And when you've got some nice heat going in your hands, cup them over your nose and mouth and inhale and embody this sweet aroma from nature that lights you up, that lifts your spirit. And know that you can call on it anytime you wish. And then place your warm hands on your eyes or your heart, wherever you feel called. And feel the light and the warmth of your own heart, your own breath, your own ability to heal. You see, we are so beloved that the wind blows through the trees, who wave their arms and dance for us. Fragrant flowers of every color, shape, and hue drop their petals at our feet to soften the path we walk upon this earth. Be kind to yourself. Love yourself. And when you can be kind and loving with yourself, I invite you to share that magic with others. And if you're still feeling a little out of body, it happens sometimes when we venture into the ethers, even though we're in this physical body. Call in the aroma from nature that lights you up. Rub your palms together. Invoke and activate that sweet aroma that lifts your soul. Cup their hands over your nose and mouth and inhale that sweet deliciousness that you've created. And then place your warm hands on your eyes or your heart. And as I ask my drumming friends to continue the beat, I'm going to pick up my bowl and we're going to call out the directions in the opposite from where we began. Continue breathing, inhaling deeply and exhaling completely as we unwind the sands of time and drop the illusions. I call in below. Mother Earth, rock me now like a newborn babe. I call in above. Grandfather sky, grandmother moon, celestial stars that shine. I call in the north, snowy white owl wisdom, chill pause in silence while I listen to my soul. I call in the west, brown bear walking. I feel your warm embrace, bathed in coral colored light as the moon rises and the sun sets. I call in the south, green turtle walking after a rainstorm on the fertile earth. I carry my home with me where'er I go, sprouting new ideas and possibilities. I call in the east, golden condor. I spread my wings and fly over the ocean as the sun rises on new beginnings. I call in my heart, open up my precious, precious heart. I love you so much. I love you. Love you, love you, love you so much. And as we breathe and be, the bell calls us to return to these sands by the sea, remembering that each of us is how we choose to be. And always remember how loved you are. Particles of earth and sand, glistening, brilliant pieces of star. Heaven on earth is where we are. And I invite you now to let your eyes flutter open, come back into this place by the sea. And I like to end each ceremony, my part of the ceremony, not that the ceremony's over, inviting you, if you feel up to it, to gaze into my eyes. Inhale deeply. I love you. 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 Love you.
love you, love you, love you, love you so much. Thank you. It's getting a little dark out here. Thank you so much, Pamela. So when I thought about the sun in Leo, I thought about power, personal power. And so when I plan for these gatherings, I think about things all week. When I'm driving, when I'm cutting onions. And I've really pondered this idea of power and claiming our power through any storm that may show up, because the storms will show up. It's not a matter of if they won't. It's a matter of how we walk through them when they do. And so I'm a researcher. I love like words and intellectual stuff and statements, but I love words. And so I went online and there were a couple of quotes that really stood out to me, as I was pondering this idea of personal power. And so, hi, Linda, welcome. Linda. The first one was by Roger McDonald. And it said, "Your great power lies not on your surface, but deep within your being." Because when I thought about power, I didn't think about external power. I thought about the incremental moments of claiming a personal power to step forward, strong, with fortitude, walking through whatever it is that I need to walk through, what I've watched people I greatly love walk through. And so my question to you is, what does power mean to you in your life? And so as I've been pondering this, I thought about all the moments of what power means to me. And as I was researching, the word mastery of self came up on the computer, and I thought, wow, personal power really is about mastery of self. And then I thought about all those different moments of what claiming personal power means to me. And so, I walked through some pretty hard things in my life. Even back as a child, a lot of sexual trauma as a kid, and a lot of health stuff, really severe health stuff going forward. And so I thought about all the moments that I had to claim something deep within me to keep going, because it was awfully dark around me in some moments. And what that really took, and it brought me back to being on the basketball court. And when I was a kid, I grew up really poor. And so I spent a lot of time playing pickup games at the park, like hours upon hours and thousands of days. Like I was there all the time. And I remember I would play one-on-one games with these huge kids, these African-American kids that were my brothers out on the courts. And I would pretend that I was Michael Jordan. I would somehow in my mind claim that energy. And I would get on the courts with all these huge boys, and then I would beat them. And I didn't really have a lot of natural skill. All right. It was a lot of heart. And so even now I'm old and I can't jump anymore. But I think about that claiming of that belief of being able to, somehow going deep within and claiming something inside of me, and that energy of, yes, I can. No matter what the odds are outside of me, no matter what the odds are at home, no matter what is going on, I can do this. And so in the energy of manifestation and the belief of really calling in and connecting to whatever our intuition really tells us that's ours to do. And a lot of the time when we're claiming, or really it's often brought to us in those quiet moments of what it is that's really ours to do, oftentimes externally we will not see any evidence of any support for it. And so, as I pondered this a little bit deeper, I thought about, what are the gifts of taking action when things around us are not ideal? Like, what does it take to go really deep and keep taking action when you can't see it? And so this claiming of personal power really made me remember all those moments of walking through all those difficult things and the gift of strength that those moments give. I know when we walk through our storms, it can be a little bit easy, especially if you're a lot in your head, to really look at the things that are going on around you as reality, the only reality of what is in the moment and what could be in the future. And so when we're able to really commit to our faith and our strength of self inside, I believe that's when we're able to claim a power to step forward, even if it's not a pretty action or the things around us are not favorable. And so there was a couple quotes that stood out when I was looking up this topic. I really like this one. It said, "The greatest power is often simply patience." And that was by Joseph Crossman. And I thought, what a powerful statement that is, to really think about that for a moment. The power of patience. As we walk through our lives and we encounter challenges or obstacles or maybe disbelief or personal doubt, whatever it might be, it's in that patient, that I don't have a lot of patience, I'll be honest, but it's in that period of patience where we learn amazing things, where we strengthen our connection to the divine or the higher power of God or whatever we believe in. It is the period of patience where we are really able to really learn about ourselves and our hearts and what we need, but most importantly, our moments of conviction when we step up inside of ourselves and just take one small step forward. I believe that that's where power really is built, is in those simple, quiet moments, incremental moments that most people don't ever see. It's when we're able, especially if we're walking through it, especially it's been a really intense couple months with the supermoons going on, when we're really able to claim something inside of us and our self-worthiness and our conviction to move forward no matter what the obstacle. I believe that's where our real power lies. And so I ran across a quote by Oprah Winfrey. And I love Oprah. She has been through it. I always appreciate people that have been through the fire and then they come out the other side and then they make something beautiful with what they walk through. And I always see what she does, and she always inspires me to get out there more with my work. And so one of the things that I really loved was her quote, "Where there's no struggle, there is no strength." And I appreciate that, Oprah Winfrey. I really appreciated that power statement, because it really is in those moments when the universe presents us with a challenge and we have to claim our strength to walk through it. I believe that that's where our personal power really is born and grows. And I remember I walked through a moment a year and a half ago, and it was the week my dad died, and my ex, unfortunately, she left me in the same time period. It was meant to leave the relationship. It ended that way. But I remember I was so broken, and my old coach called me, and she was like, "Listen, you have every right to lay in bed for the next however many months and to grieve it. Nobody will blame you in any which way. But this is my strong, gruffy coach. Like she was so hard on me all throughout high school. And she's like, listen, this is where like who you are as a woman is made. It's in these moments. And so as we think about personal power, if you're really walking through something, whether it be a loss or pain or old trauma energy from the past, or heartbreak or confusion or self-doubt or just anything that's hard, it's these moments of claiming ourselves in those types of moments that our real power grows, and that we're able then to embrace and walk through even greater things later. And also, I also believe that true power is when we can make our hardest moments a gift for somebody else in the future. Whatever we've learned or walked through, we're able to take whatever it is and then help somebody else on their path forward. So thank you so much for being here tonight. I know we're running a little bit later. Thank you so much. We're running, thank you. We're running a little bit longer than I expected, a little bit darker, but the next period of this, I hope you can see, is the intention setting. So we have a couple of intention setting. We have maybe about 20 more minutes if you'd like to hang with us a little bit longer. It's 3 questions. There should be a pen in your little baggies, and there are 3 questions. The first question is, what action are you committing to take over the next couple weeks to help you embrace your personal power? That's the first question of written intention. The second one, I love writing in words. That's why we do this. That's why we include this. All right, the next one is, this is from an Aquarius kind of perspective. That's why I wrote this question. What thoughts help your heart to heal and to feel strong? So if your heart's hurting a little bit or a little sad or heavy, what cerebral thought can you bring to that heart space that can you help shift the energy? Almost from a more head-based perspective than being stuck underneath the emotion. And the third question, it says, what limiting thoughts, behavior, or person are you willing to let go of in this moment? So this song we're going to play is one of my very favorite healing songs. It's called Healing Song, ironically. But I always, this is one of my sacred heart healing songs for my own spirit and heart. Like when I'm just sad or whatever it is that I need, just the gentleness of this energy. And it somehow carries my heart when I'm extra sad or walking through it. Is it working? Well, it's called Healing Song. And is it yes or no? Bex, can you come and, we're still working with the technology out here. Please be patient. But yes, these are the three questions. I'll rephrase them again. What action are you willing to take that you're really willing to commit to yourself and all the universal energy out here? What are you really willing to commit to action-wise over the next 2 weeks? Second one, what mind thought can you bring to your heart space that could help shift the energy there a little bit? Like rather being stuck under the emotion, what head thought can help that area? Thank you, Aquarius energy. And then the number 3 is, what are you really willing to let go of in this moment? Is it a thought, a belief, a faulty belief, a person maybe that your heart's hanging on to? You're welcome to drum. You're welcome to just drum. We lost the song. The technology didn't work. Did it work? I see him. So this is the healing song. This is the sun shines through my window. Okay, so we're gonna go back to this one. That's the one I want. Yep. So I want you to just go into your hearts a little bit and just clear away any energy that's there, that's heavy, or that's holding you back, or keeping your mind spinning about something. Just clear it. Breathe in the wind and the sky and the water. Breathing in, feeling that sacred part of yourself. Honoring that space, being so gentle with that space. Thank you, Dee. So Maya Angelou is one of my heroes. I always love her quotes and just her power and her wisdom. And one of the quotes that is one of my favorites. It says, "When it looks like the sun wasn't going to shine anymore, God put a rainbow in the clouds." And she's talking about all of the people that loved her and all of the people that were kind to her. And she was, when she talks about it, she's a little more eloquent and cute, but she talks about, like, whenever she got up on stage or whenever she got in front of an interview or whatever it might be, she called in everyone that was ever kind to her, and she called in the love to be around her and her heart as she went and she stepped up into her courage and her power to do these big scary things, right? But she the way she talks about, she's like, "Auntie, come on, come with me," like whoever it is, "Mom, come with me," whoever it was, to come with her, that energy. And so when I think about power and all the things that I've done in my life that were the most scary, or the moments when I really needed the strength that I didn't have inside my heart, I would wrap the love of my grandmother around me, and the love of my mother in moments, and the love of my kitty cats around my heart. And then I would step up and do the big scary thing, or to really step into my power. And so this next song, we have two songs and then we're done. So thank you for sticking it out tonight. In your bag, there's a little rock, and there's a heart painted on that little rock. And hearts are my sacred symbol. I actually have a tattooed heart over my heart for my grandmother. And the glitter paint that's on top of that rock, as I was doing the rocks, I called in all my highest vibration angels and I asked them to put extra Reiki energy into the rock. All right. So that rock to me was to represent the love we have in our lives and the love of the divine, or the spiritual energy in that vibration. And so what I would like you to do over the next song, this is our next type of intention we're going to do, is I want you to hold that rock. And I want you to remember all of the people that ever loved you, whether it be animals they count to, or all your teachers as you walk through school, whoever your heart most loved and loved you. And I want you to infuse that rock with that energy. And so this next song is one of my very sacred songs. I'm hoping I can see the lyrics if I forget them as I'm playing. But it's called Never Alone. It's by Lady Antebellum. And the reason why I really love this song so much is when I'm singing it, I always think about how it's our love of the people that have loved us, but also the love from our hearts that carries on. That is the real gift, and that it's that vibration that allows us to then go off in the world and do bigger and greater things. But the Never Alone, for me, it's all about the power of that love. And so let's see. I've never played in the dark like this. It's by Lady Antebellum. So anybody that loves country, they have some great songs. But this is one of my sacred songs too that I listen to and when I most need to feel that spiritual power and that spiritual presence. All right, let's see. And I think we're good. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It also reminds me that I'm a big believer in angels and that we are never alone. No matter what, we are never alone. So I want you to put all that love into that rock, because then I want you to take that rock home with you. May the angels protect you, trouble neglect you, and heaven accept you when it's time to go home. May you always have plenty, the glass never empty, Know in your belly you're never alone. May your tears come from laughing. You find friends worth having. With every year passing, they mean more than gold. May you win but stay humble. Smile more than grumble. Know when you stumble, you're never alone. Never alone. Never alone. I'll be in every beat of your heart when you face the unknown. Wherever you fly, this isn't goodbye. My love will follow you, stay with you, baby, you're never alone. Well, I have to be honest, as much as I want it, I'm not gonna promise the cold winds won't blow. Hard times have found you, and your fears surround you. Wrap my love around you, you're never alone. Never alone. Never alone. I'll be in every beat of your heart when you face the unknown. Wherever you fly, this isn't goodbye. My love will follow you, stay with you, baby, you're never alone. May the angels protect you, trouble neglect you, heaven accept you when it's time to go home. May you always have plenty, your glass never empty, know in your belly, you're never alone. Never alone. Never alone. I'll be in every beat of your heart when you face the unknown. Wherever you fly, this isn't goodbye. My love will follow you, stay with you, baby, you're never alone. May the angels protect you, trouble neglect you, and heaven accept you when it's time to go home. Okay, so this is the last intention. There's a shell in there. This is one of my favorite. Can you start from the beginning? Amy Steinberg is one of my favorite spiritual musicians, and she's also, we kind of, throughout our lives, we've been on the same kind of track in terms of our spiritual journey. But she's actually signed all my guitars. But this is one of her soundtracks, and so she's fabulous. She's all over YouTube, and so this song is about letting go. I'm gonna have you. We're gonna redo it in a second, but that what I'd like you to do with that shell, if you would like, is put anything in that shell energetically wise that you want to let go of, and you're welcome to throw it out to the water or not. You could keep the shell too, but the idea is to just let it go. And so you're welcome to drum to this song. This is kind of a happy song. You're welcome to get up and dance to it, but it's all about letting go. And so we're going to start over. Sun shines through my window on an autumn afternoon. Leaves falling down as the wind blows. Letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go. I'm ready to start over. My heart can't take no more. I see myself, but don't know her. Letting go. Letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go. I wanna spiral mountain, more than to the place where I can see flow because I know I'm ready to let go. I'm ready to let go. Yeah. Looking to tomorrow, but staying in the day. Surrendering my sorrow. Letting go, letting go, letting go. Letting go, letting go, letting go. I wanna climb a mountain, wanna to the place where I can see the truth of me. Gotta hold my breath and take a leap, so I can be free, so I can be free on a midnight highway, headed to the sunrise, with my head high. I'm feeling it flow because I know I'm ready to grow. I'm ready to grow. I'm ready to
Be careful not. I buried that thing over here.
What's under there, sweetie?
That wood thing.
Oh, to burn out.
So there's a donation box in the middle right by the camera over here. All of the things that we do are based, most of them are done on donation basis. So we certainly appreciate your support. This is for the Unity of Gulfport or New Thought Community of Gulfport. Also, the Expo, the Mind, Body, Spirit Expo is coming up on Saturday from 9 to 5. I'm speaking at 11:45 a.m. on the topic, why are you not healing? And so we'll be talking about some really great topics about what prevents the body from healing. Also, Sunday at 10:30 a.m. at the Gulfport Casino is our Sunday service. Also, Bex here is running for Gecko Queen of Gulfport. Well, yay! But let's see, where's the donation box? I see some people looking for it. Where's the donation box? Also, if you, I'm doing a full moon intuitive readings for donation to the church. Where is the donation box? Does anybody know?
No.
You have it right here. Okay. So the box is right here. We so appreciate your support. Also, I'm doing a brain wellness workshop on the 13th at in Patty's on how to heal depression, anxiety, and trauma naturally. Yes. Oh, there is an online option for donations at PayPal, which is unityofgulfport@gmail.com. On Venmo, which is at Unity of Gulfport, or the website unityofgulfport.org/give. So thank you so much for being here. And pens in the green bag. Please give me back the pens. They're in the green bags, and we so appreciate you being here tonight. There's the green bag over there, and the sun is just, or the moon is just starting to come out, and so the donation box is the red box right here. Thank you so much, everyone, for your donations and for being here tonight. It's so lovely to have everybody together.
Four of those.
And
I'm missing
the expo is so fun. It's from 9 to 5, and it's always such a wonderful event on Saturday.
All right, so I need two of those.
So,
And I
so
need
so
a
great
red
to see
stick.
everybody.
A red stick.
And thank you for being here.
So a red stick.
Pens go in a green bag to my right, so it'll be on your left. All right, thank you.
Just put my arms.